Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm Albatross, English for 2026 Ad Hoc EUT. We're going against Italy versus Ukraine. Going to be a wonderful game. Now, yesterday, Italy, they beat Germany 3-0 and it came close. There was 2 overtimes, but they pulled it out with a 3-0 sweep against Germany. Ukraine, they almost did the same thing. They beat France 3-0. However, they didn't have any trouble at all. It was a clean sweep. Not a single game dropped. It didn't go to overtime. It was incredible to watch and be a part of it. And they're currently in first place. They're currently in the lead. We are in the upper brackets for ADHOC 2026. We're going to hop into the games here really soon. All the players are here. We're just waiting for it to kind of start off. But let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket real quick. And as you can see, we're in that upper bracket right now. We have the Italy versus Ukraine, which is currently happening. Next is going to be Poland and Austria. And we have France that moved on in the lower bracket and Spain that moved on. So we're going to hop into game number 1 for this. It's going to be an incredible game, Italy versus Ukraine. Chanel looking for the shot on target. Not really registering it. Now Jelly trying to get it past Nix. Not able to. Chanel down, but no one there. Totally behind Chanel. Not really able to get to the shot. Not able to get there in time. But Jelly doing a great job getting that catch. And Alik doesn't win that 50-50. Does get bumped. Cutie sends it high to the backboard. Chanel up. Looking for the touch. Just runs out of boost. Not able to get there in time. Totally now reading it off the ground. Just kind of pops this high, hoping to get it away from Cutie. But Cutie does a great job winning that one. Jelly hard clear to the side wall. He's able to follow up. No, leaves it for Chanel. Chanel hard clear. But Ali Ander does a great job getting to the corner. A demo comes out. That could have been the shooting opportunity for Italy. But now a 50-50 is going to go high for Alec versus Chanel and Jelly. Hard clear looking for that 50-50 on a quick counter. But now we're stagnant in the side, totally getting 1, getting 2, but can't get past Alec. But Chanel is there to follow through for goal number 1 for Italy. They do a great job hounding shot after shot. Chanel, perfect position, perfect placement, is there in the correct spot. So is able to get that goal, able to win for the first goal. This one down. Chanel has another shot. It's low. Alec expected it to be high, but it's a 2-0 lead now. A slow start has been a quick game and a turning point for Italy. And it's going to be a tough time for Ukraine to bounce back. A 2-0 lead. A lot of time on the clock still. However, it's going to be an uphill battle. They do have a lot of breathing room. This is the upper bracket, so if they do lose, they have one more game. But of course, no one wants to go down into the lower bracket. Another shot going to be registered, but it's crossbar and away. Another shot in Italy. A 3-0 lead in game 1. Italy is running away, just mispositions the touches from, and that's a kickoff goal. That is an incredible touch by Jelly, cheating up. A great 50-50, Cutie and Alec. Expected to go left side, but that is perfect. For goal number 4, game 1 is a wash. Still over 3 minutes, a 4-0 lead. Doesn't mean anything, but that kickoff yet again is in favor for Italy as they're able to get it in to Spain and Ukraine's half. Chanel, another shot bottom left, denied by Nix. A great touch from Alec. Cutie following up, doesn't have a whole lot of boost, can't get there. Was hoping Jelly for the miss. Alec also challenging, but Nix able to get it over 1. Can he win this 50-50? No, Tolly takes over Jelly now with a miss. but that was just going to be a back pass to Chanel. Cutie trying to do what they can, but not enough boost. Can't really follow it up off the wall. A hard clear from Nyx. They'll go straight to Tolly. Tolly from midfield. Trying to take this one a little slow. Has Jelly, who pre-flips, but it doesn't result in a goal. Not a threat for Ukraine. Ukraine looking for the 50-50s, but no one's there. It's an open net off the post, and it's away. Cutie needs to get back in time. Tolly also racing this one down. Cutie's able to get it to the corner. Nyx 50-50 loses it. Alec now trying to do what he can. Trying to stay in possession, taking this one slow. Great flick over one. Follow up from Nyx to the side wall. A great demo out, but it doesn't go in their favor. They can't convert to a goal. Chanel looking for the dunk. Does get a touch of it, but it goes the opposite direction. Now Tolly trying to do what he can, but a great read off Alec on that side wall. Chanel losing that one against Cutie. Tolly looking for 0 boost, challenging Alec low as well. The flick doesn't really do too much. Chanel has plenty of boost, can stay up. Nyx looking for the 50, gonna be stagnant in midfield. Jelly, first one to follow through off the ceiling. Cutie does get the flip, looking for the dunks, does get there, but it does look like Nyx has crashed. So we're gonna have a momentary pause for just a moment. But this game number 1 is starting off so strong for Italy. And it's looking like a 4-0 lead. We're going to start out at that 4-0 lead as well. And it just is so positive for them to start off. And it's so strong. Ukraine is struggling. They are getting the possessions. They are getting those touches. It's just not in their favor. So they need to start communicating. They need to start rotating. They're winning 50-50s, but they're not countering as fast as they should be doing, like we saw yesterday. Italy, however, starting off strong. And we're going to go ahead and start from kickoff. Little bit of a delay, a little bit of a hiccup here, but that's all right. Things happen in Ukraine. This is technically, it could be considered a timeout, right? So we're going to go off 144. Its time didn't change, so I think they're going to do it again. We're going to hop into the game, but let's see how it goes. 144 on the clock. Beauty. Alex follows. Kitty with a touchdown. Nyx shot. Chanel denies. Totally gets the demo, but it's not going to counter into a goal. Jelly with a great 50-50 pre-flip from Alec. Doing a great job. Able to get that mid boost as well. Ceiling pinch over to Cutie. Cutie going to touch this one high. Totally follows through. Cutie also trying to win that 50. A redirect doesn't come out. Jelly. Let's get the flip reset. Is going to leave her Tolly. A double commit there on the attack. Doesn't really result into a goal. Nyx does get the touch. It's lower, and it's goal number 1 for Ukraine for Nyx. Doing a really good job. Alec does get this one. It's not as fast. It's not as down as what he was expecting, what he was wanting. But he does do a very good job of getting it under the defense and just out of reach of the last guy in net for their first goal in game 1. Still a lot to go. Jelly able to win that one, not towards the net. However, hopefully he gets it back to Tolly. Does so indeed, and this one floats through, but Alec doing a really great job. A little mistouch, tries to get over to Nyx, but Nyx back pass to Alec. The passes might be it. Under 10 seconds to go, and we might have a game 1 scenario with 3 goals to go, 4 seconds. Now 2 goals with 4 seconds. If they get 2 perfect kickoffs that last only a second and send it to overtime in game number 1, then we're going to have a series on our hands. But it doesn't look like it. The luck, the spin needs to get there. Kickoff, but not in favor as we reach 0. This is going to be in Italy's favor. Congratulations to Italy taking on game number 1. And they do a really good job. And it's one of those where across the board, we see Italy with ball pressure, with goals, with shots, assists, ball touches. The time on the ball, it's all in favor for Italy. They do a really good job in keeping that off. However, Ukraine doing a lot of demos, but it doesn't result or produce any type of goals. So I would like to see that those demos come out where you have an attacker, both attackers going in, but someone with control going for those demos as they do reach it. It's just not there. The boost steals also in favor for Italy, 84 to 57. It's incredible. The average boost, Italy also had more boost more of the time. It was across the board. It was pretty much even everywhere else, but Italy able to pull out the win more than anything. And hopefully game 2, Ukraine does pull a little bit difference. It's not that it didn't seem like they were struggling. They started to get that momentum at the end. Definitely a rough game there at the start, but it's always the turning point. It's always something to look forward to, something that you want to get in hand, and they want to make sure that you take this as an opportunity of, hey, we got momentum, we got 2 goals. Let's make those 2 goals count right now. Hopping in to game number 2. Jelly able to get it to the backboard. Nix is up, clears it, but that's just going to be a hard clear over to Chanel. Chanel trying to stay close to this one, winning that 50-50 against Cutie. And Alec now off the corner, but that goes straight to Toli. Toli trying to get it around Nix, but not able to. Now one defender. As Chanel looking for it, can't really find any bumps. Does get the jump, was hoping for a different kind of a touch to him. And that is going to be a bully through. And much like game 1, Chanel does a great job off the ceiling. Alec wasn't really expecting it. He expected the flip off the ceiling to be a higher shot, and it went bottom left. That is perfect placement. That is how you need to read that defense on not just utilize the flip as soon as you have it. You need to wait for it. You need to be ready for that touch to be able to get it off that defense, read it off of them. And that was perfect to fake it and go to the lower left of the corner. Alec does get the save. Pre-flips into that one. That was a little dangerous as it was rolling towards his net. Cutie also tried to challenge, but Nix with 0. Does get a ground pinch. He's going to get it downfield. Give enough time for his teammates and himself to grab some boost. Jelly just hands it over to Nix. Nix grabbing that corner. Cutie up quick. Beats out Toli. Cutie to Nix. And it's a goal for Nix. A great 1-2 passing play and a tie for Ukraine. A great job for Cutie to get it over to Nix. I was expecting Nix to hit it back to Cutie, but Nix opted to go for the shot just fast enough. And that's one of those moments that you don't know where the shot is coming from. Even though it goes straight to the defender, still found its way in for goal number 1. And Chanel with a great fake on Cutie, looking for the double. Does he find it? Does indeed for goal 2. Chanel brings Italy back in the lead in game 2. Demo on kickoff, but not going to really do too much. That's only going to allow him to spawn. But another demo! The carry to the demo! Jelly with the shot! Up by 2, 3-1. Italy running away. The opposite of what needs to be happening for Ukraine is happening to them. The demo, the double attack. One player going for it, opts to drop the ball, goes for the demo, gets it on the defender, and it's a complete open net. Jelly able to beat out one, looking for the ground pinch. Does pop it high. Cutie carries it in the corner. Another demo. In favor for Alec this time. He's going to give a little bit of a room, but Toli does a great job with that 50. Jelly up quick. Kind of pops this one mid. Chanel a little bit too far. Now Alec pops this one high. Chanel looking for the cycle. Able to take it around one. Nix last back. Toli able to get into the corner. Can he get one more touch? He can't get it out to Jelly, but Alec having a little bit of revenge, takes out the defense. And Chanel also gets taken out by Cutie. Now, a quick counter. Is it going to result into a goal? Nyx trying to get there, but the defense touches it around. Jelly pops it high. Alec not able to get a touch on this ball. Cutie not able to either. Low boost for Cutie. Does still get a pop. Alec with a quick touch. With the speed, gets it over to Nyx, but that does not result into a goal. Still down by 2. Ukraine needs to start getting these shots registered. I love that they're going for these passing plays, but sometimes it's just not going to work, and this might be an open net. Nyx rotating slow. Cutie rotating slow. Totally taking his time with the shot, and it's not going to be goal number 4. Alec all alone in the air, but has Nyx, and Nyx, I think a little bit of a miscommunication that could have resulted in a goal, but both players going for it. That's an unfortunate touch. Alec trying to take it slow in the corner. Missed touch, totally down mid. Cutie needs to play patient. Limited boost. Somehow got the demo on Jelly, but this is a shot. No, it's high for Nyx. Nyx still on the ball, off the ceiling, can't read it, runs out of boost, not able to catch up to that ball. Now Totally taking it slow. Jelly was 0, also trying to commit, but realizes, hey, I'm going to let you have it. Chanel trying to go with a 1-2 do-si-do. Can't get it underneath the defense. Back into Ukraine's corner, still struggling to make an offense matter and count. 1 goal to the name is not going to be enough. That was oh my gosh, what a save from Jelly. Touch to mid. Totally able to get it around. Jelly now pre-jumps off that back wall, does get the save. Now Chanel with a quick counter. Does he get it over Nyx? Nyx pre-jumps, able to stay in contact, stay in between Chanel, the ball, and his own goal. Alec loses that 50. Jelly gets it back down to the back wall. No one able to follow it up for Italy. But the pressure still maintained, still in favor for Team Italy, as it's just shooting. It's just shots going on target, but they're not going in. Another one down, but I spoke. Never mind, it's off the post. This shot is placed wide. It was almost perfect, but he can't follow through. Nyx's touch, posting away. Cutie in full reverse. Looking for the touch. This one's still floating in front of Ukraine. Under 10 seconds to go. This ball floats down. Alec looking for goal number 2. Is he able to find it? Over 1. Totally denies another shot. Nyx off the crossbar. Cutie can't follow through. And it's Italy in a 2-lead series in favor. 1 more, and it's a 3-0 sweep, much like day number 1 for Italy. Incredible job. Incredible placement. Incredible positioning. They're doing fantastic at the ball control. They're doing fantastic. And what I said that Ukraine should do is go for the double attack. Someone goes for the bumps, someone goes for the demos, while someone controls the ball. It seems like Italy did that instead of Ukraine, and it's something that they should have done in everything. Again, except for demos, are in favor for Italy. Ball pressure, 57% to 43. Ball possession was in favor of Ukraine, but that doesn't matter if they're not countering and converting into goals. Italy again did a really good job collecting more boost. They did a fantastic job of trying to do what they can, but they need to lock in now. They need to be able to get this game, or else it's all over and they go down to the lower bracket. Let's see how game number 3 answers, if it's going to be a clean sweep for Italy or not. As we wait for everyone to join in the match. Game number 3, Italy. 1 more sends them in higher into the upper bracket. Totally doing a great job. Jelly looking to follow through. I'm not sure if he got the flip reset, but does not result into a goal. A bump on Chanel. That's going to delay him on that challenge. Now totally off the sidewall, getting it down, but Chanel wasn't in the play. Looking for the Psycho. That's not in the favor, but what a save. Jelly came from behind the attacker, able to get the save around. Alec looking for Nyx. This ball still in Italy corner. Now Jelly all alone in the air. Cutie runs out of boost. Alec limited, gets bumped, and it's another goal. Italy in the lead. No one on defense able to get there in time. And the bump on Alec, the defender who was going to be there, staying in the air. That's a vulnerable opportunity for that offense. Hey, the ball's going to go in regardless. Let me just get you out of the way. An open net means an open net, even if I get you out of the way. Alec 50-50, but this one goes straight to Jelly as that mid boost is perfect for him. This shot is going to be sent downfield. Cutie able to follow it up. Nyx, can he cut the angle in time? Tully with the save off the post. That could have been a threat, but not anymore. Jelly over to Chanel. Chanel shot. The passing plays off the ceiling. 2-0 for Italy. An incredible shot. Jelly off the sidewall. Chanel with the pre-jump. Alec not able to get there. 2-0. Alec trying to do what he can. Does get the flip reset. It is a pass to Cutie. Cutie off the back wall, but Nyx with 0. Chanel looking for the quick counter off the corner, but Nyx is there. Now Nyx off the ceiling trying to get it, but that goes straight to Tully. A good touch from Alec to follow that one through to stay close to the play. A bump, a dodge for Cutie. Now he might be able to get it over Jelly. No, Jelly goes low. Another great 50-50. Nyx. Great Cuxer pinch over to Alec. Alec looking for the shot. Bottom right. No! And Nyx follows through off the post. Nyx gets goal number 1 for Ukraine. An incredible touch. Nyx sending this one down. Alec looking for the shot just wide, but Nyx is there for the follow-up for their first goal. Now down by 1 in game 3. They don't want to go home early. They don't want to be sent to the lower bracket. They want to stay in that upper one. Ukraine getting a great demo there on the sidewall. Staying close, able to get it by. This could be a shooting opportunity. Can they get it past? No, they're not able to get it past Tully. Chanel with the follow-up. Over to Jelly. Jelly, hard clear. Cutie with the save. Jelly, hard clear over to Chanel. Chanel. Back down to Tully. Tully has Jelly. Jelly has Tully, but no! Denied by Nyx. Chanel back pass. The possession and the speed. They're recognizing where their players are at all times. Team Italy woke up with violence today. They know exactly where they are. They know exactly what to do. They know exactly how to get their ball to their teammates, whether it's a back pass or getting them in front of the net. Not resulting in a lot of goals, but that means possession. And possession means your opponents don't have the opportunities to shoot, don't have that anything to get a goal on target. Nyx with a touch, totally down. Jelly was expecting. Chanel, top left, no, gets the double, but doesn't result into a goal. Nyx with a quick counter is able to get there. No, another touch. Jelly from behind the offense, yet again able to get it away. Chanel off the corner. Alec looking for it. Cutie with the touch, but Tully with the save. Still in Italy territory. Nyx looking for Alec. Alec looking for the angle. Does pop over, but no one to follow up from Ukraine. Cutie. Missed touch. Not able to get there. Alec now pre-jumping. Just sends to the side wall. What a great catch from Jelly. Cutie now doing a good job. But no one on his team follows through. It seems like these touches aren't really going into possessions for Ukraine. But Alec maintaining the possession. Keeping this ball close. Gets the flip reset under the defense. Is going to tie it up in game number 3. The shift in momentum. It could possibly be it. Alec using the last little bit of his boost to do what he can to get that goal. Not letting his team go out without a fight. Chanel does get this dangerous downfield. Nyx gets it over. Another touch off the post. No one from Italy is there for the follow through. A great flip from Nyx. That's a threat. Chanel has to get there for the save. Able to get a Jelly on the top corner of the field. Jelly trying to get it down to Toli. The communication is on point. They're able to get it to each other regardless of where they are, where their player is. Whoever's on the ball follows through. Jelly looking for another one. This one pops a little too high. Chanel thought it was going to pop towards it, and a waterfall down, both denied by Alec and Cutie. Cutie gets bumped. That's actually going to be in his favor as he didn't have a whole lot of boost. Alec gets it over to Nyx. Nyx maintaining the possession. Guxer pinch to get it into the corner, but Jelly is there. Jelly pre-flip, looking for the 50-50. We might see overtime in game number 3. Ukraine not going down without a fight. Toli looking for the touches. Can't quite get there. Jelly is going to keep it up, but this is going to drop down, and we see overtime in game 3. Two players commit. Toli walking away with the ball. Able to stay close. Cutie looking for the 50 in favor of Toli. Gets it downfield. Nyx in threat. Jelly looking to get that away from him, but can't quite do so. Cutie looking for the redirect towards the net. Runs out of boost. Can't quite get there. And a kiss from Nyx and Cutie. Gonna give the ball possession and a shot for Nyx on target. Alec, only one left. Toli played that one a little too slow. Was expecting a different bounce or a different touch from Alec. Now Jelly hard clear downfield, and that might be open. It is bottom left, and Jelly takes the win for Team Italy. A 3-0 sweep. An incredible touch. Just a long shot. No one is there. What just happened? A 3-0 sweep, much like game 1 for Italy, or day 1 for Italy. That was absolutely incredible. They did a fantastic job. It wasn't even the goal wasn't even anything special. It was just a long shot. Hey, send it downfield, send it on target. A prey of a shot, and it ended up working out, catching that defense off guard. I really wanted to see Ukraine win. I wanted to see game 4, possibly game 5, but much like that, Italy, day 1 repeating on day 2 for a 3-0 sweep to send them into the upper bracket while Ukraine drops down to that lower bracket. An incredible, incredible movement. They did a really good job. But as we all know, that is going to be it versus Italy and Ukraine. The next game we have going on is Poland versus Austria. Be sure to stick around. We'll be right back to get that game ready. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm Albatross, your host, alongside with Ground Zero. Unfortunately, he did have to leave early today, but we'll be back, both of us together on Saturday. So we'll be back. Next up, Poland versus Austria. See you guys there.